Welcome back.
Hello. Is this episode 7?
I think so. Do you notice you tilt your head every time?
I do tilt every time we start. Whoops. My little
It's okay.
quirks are coming out.
It's cute. I love it.
You're too nice, my little hype woman.
I was just gonna ask you how was your first week of school, but then I remembered that you didn't
BYU
have
does
school.
not start for like another week and a half, so I'm antsy to get to school though. But
Lily,
you started.
That's not funny. Nobody likes school.
Except for me.
That's weird.
You like school a little bit.
I don't like school.
But
I have 6 more years. So.
And I have 2.
Okay.
How was your first week of school?
It was okay. If I'm being honest, I didn't go to all of it.
So you're sloughing your classes.
And what?
Sloughing? You know what
Lily,
sloughing
nobody
is.
uses that term anymore.
Everyone uses that term.
Okay, true. But nobody uses that term outside of Utah.
True. Which brings us to
our word of the day.
Word of the day.
Should do like a
We're
little
putting it
dance.
at the beginning today.
We're switching it up.
Switching it up. But
What is sloughing?
pretty much when you just skip school or skip a class, you're just sloughing class.
Skipping class.
Yeah.
I think it was like made up when people started skipping seminary.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And we're like, oh,
You're
are you
sloughing.
sloughing sem today?
Yeah, literally. Let's go get swag and slough.
And slough. I'm like, slough is such a, like, we've said slough so many times it like doesn't even sound like a
it
real word.
literally sounds like something like a sloth would say. Like,
slough.
I'm
just sloughing around.
I'm sloughed today.
I'm sloughed. But yeah, I've been good at not sloughing my classes now that I've been in college.
Well, I feel
Senior
like in
year was
college,
a different thing though.
They don't really take attendance. Actually, UVU just started like a stricter attendance, but most of my
Really?
teachers never cared about attendance. So
It depends.
sloughing didn't really matter because in college it's just like, well, it's your fault if you don't go because you'll just fail.
Yeah, and you're paying
Money to go.
money. That's like my
It's your
motivation is I'm
career.
like, okay, like I'm paying money to like take this class. Like I can't slough.
And you like it's your career, your future.
Yeah.
You're an adult now. Like suck it up. You have to
go to school.
I miss high school when life was easy and
I think my senior year of high school, I would slough a class every single day.
Lily, we used to skip days of school. Do you not remember?
Like whole days.
We would go like in the mountains and take pictures.
The funny thing is, I didn't even feel bad because I'd always like text my mom before. I'm like, Mom, I have an A in this class. Can I skip
pulled
school
that
today?
one too. I think I missed school so much in middle school and elementary school. My teachers genuinely thought I had a problem. Like, you know when your teachers or the school sends like home the letter where your teachers need to go to like court or something?
Court?
No, it's like they like have to like come submit something because you're not supposed to miss that many absences. I would get those all the time because my mom didn't care if I had A's. She was like, you don't have to go if you don't have A's.
And that's the thing is like, if we were both we still are really good students.
Oh, I thought you were going to say smart.
And we're really smart. Well, honest, like, all hype us up. We're
Okay,
really
we're
smart.
really
Come
smart.
on, we're really smart. Doesn't seem like it. We don't put out the persona.
We go into the stupid.
But we were like 4.0 students in high school, you know? Like, we're pretty smart. I'll give it to us. Slay. But it's like, our parents don't care if we skip a class because
They were chill on
we're
that,
so
but my
smart.
mom was so strict on my curfew. I'm not home at like 11:59 or I'm dead.
that sucks. I never had a strict curfew.
It's fine. It's whatever.
Oh, man. Well, anyways, sloughing. Don't slough now that school's back
Don't
in,
do it.
kids. Don't. You're paying money now. You are
Look
paying
forward
money
to school.
Yeah.
And something else to look forward to. September 22nd, which
Phoenix!
is the day after my birthday.
We love that. So
I think it's the 21st too.
Yeah, 21st through the
Through
23rd.
23rd. Oh,
Yes.
Lily has the dates above what I have.
I do have the dates.
Fan X
so-
is for all your celebrity needs.
Yeah, the best entertainment in Utah. They'll have celebrity guest panels, autograph signing, photo ops, cosplay
Ooh.
contests, and more.
So come out, come see it. Come see all those hot celebs, your favorite people. You know?
And us.
Well, we're the hot people too.
Oh, are
I don't
we
know
the
if we're
hot
considered
celebs?
celebrities.
Are we the hot celebs?
But we're hot, okay? You're hot.
So are you. You're
Aw.
hotter.
I'm not like
Guys.
Stop. But use your code when you buy your tickets, Deadbolt.
DEAT BOLT. All
Use
caps.
it for
Is it all
50%
caps?
off. It's all caps.
All caps.
To do that, you just like hit the little caps button.
Are we sure?
Yes, it's all caps. Little caps button, and it like puts them in capital letters. If you didn't know that. Anyways,
thanks. I really needed that actually.
I like making people feel stupid.
Yeah.
For today, though, Lily and I wanted to change it up a little bit.
Change of pace. I think it'll be good.
I need like cue the music like dun dun dun.
We need to like put some like
sad,
intense, sad. It's not even
like
sad.
Jeremy Zucker vibes. Like
yes,
like sad or like
let's add that in.
Like Lainey. Like,
oh yeah.
This needs like a Malibu right
so
now.
Good.
I was listening to that all the way here. But
we'll add that in. You guys will know.
We haven't really had Lily and I actually get really deep.
Yeah, like
which is kind of weird.
We have, out of a majority of my friends, we get into the deepest
conversations.
We don't come off that way, I don't think.
It's because we like to joke and we're super like peppy.
Yeah,
but
happy,
that's like the
people.
Deepest thing about our friendship.
Yeah, is that we can talk about vulnerable topics and
superficial things that people don't get vulnerable about.
Yeah.
Does that even make sense?
I don't know, but people will understand what we're going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we just wanted to kind of I feel so cheesy saying this, but like show you guys that side of us this week. Yeah. So here we go.
What? Cue gag.
Anyways, yeah, this week we just kind of wanted to talk about
a little more who we are
in this stage of our life and just figuring out
how we got here
and
it's kind of crazy,
selves.
honestly.
Yeah.
When I think about it, in high school, I was so like, don't talk to me. I'm that cool girl. Like, I think I know who I am. I'm crazy. I'm wild.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think like the moment Lily and I connected was St. George trip.
Our
senior year trip.
Was it spring break?
Spring break.
Yeah. We stayed up in the bathroom.
On the floor.
Talked until like 4 a.m. that night.
No, it was like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Literally.
That was so crazy. But it was so good. And like, I think that's when our emotional connection really happened.
This means more.
In sign language?
No, but seriously, I think those are the things you remember in your friendships. Like, people are like, oh no, the memories, like laughing or like, but I remember all the times I've gotten deep with people. Yeah. Or like cried or gotten serious.
Opening up and having.
Even with guys.
Yeah.
Like, if someone like opens those kind of things, I remember like good, funny moments and those kind of things.
Of course.
But being deep,
I think it's
is my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah. I think we crave that type of connection with people, and so when we find it, we like,
I get emotionally attached.
Oh yeah. Like, if you left, I'm emotionally attached to you, honestly. Aww. I know, it's kind of cute. As I hit the microphone.
Even when I'm in like a room with people and I'm just bored, I'll ask like deep questions just so I want to get in like the conversation of it. Like, it's so random. I'll just be like, who are you? Where are you from? Where are you
How did you get here? What makes you who you are?
You're blowing my mind. No, but genuinely, I want to know
this stuff.
I want to know these things. Like,
so do you think I know that you were kind of gonna bring this up, but do you think you are your most true self right now? Or what do you think about that, I guess?
I don't know. I think I'm genuinely myself right now. I'm not pretending at all, because in college, if you try to be anyone but you're not that person, it'll be shown. Like, it will scratch your surface. The fakeness will come out because it's reflected. Yeah. So this is definitely like my true self, and who I surround myself with shows.
I think your circle of friends, I read somewhere that like the 5 people you're closest to are exact reflections of
yourself. I like that.
That scares me a little bit.
Yeah, it scares me a little bit too.
Because I look at some of my friends, I'm like,
I look at some of my friends
kidding,
too,
I'm kidding.
and I'm like, they're complete opposites of me.
Yeah, I'm like, we don't have anything.
Like, look at our girlfriends. Like, we are all completely different.
Yeah.
None of us are similar. But I also like that, though, because I think each piece is like a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
We all make up a part that we need in each other's life.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love that.
without it, we'd be, like, a sense lost or broken.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I was gonna see, we can get deep. We can get hella deep.
And then we always say, oh, after everything. We're like, oh, that was really good.
We joke.
No, seriously. And it's been interesting for me to see how, like, going into, like, young adulthood. That sounds so stupid. But, like, I see how my friends have... Sorry, we got a little distracted.
I just
love the background noise.
I'm laughing.
But seeing how my friends have changed since I've, like, over time, you know, and seeing, like, okay, like,
the growth.
Yeah.
No, it genuinely, like, I don't cry very much, but, like, seeing the way, like, even you have exponentially grown through the years, your personality, the way you've, like, developed yourself, it's insane. Like, it
same
makes me,
with
like,
you.
It makes me, like, proud to be like, I remember when you were in 4th grade and you were, like, this little girl with the pigtails on top of her head with all the Alex and Audis on her arm.
Like, the one with the sports headband and the Justice neon green soccer fit.
Okay, I had questionable style back then.
Didn't we all?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it literally, like, shows how much, even just, like, a couple months, you experience something in life, and it allows you to change like that.
Yeah.
And that's why people are like, oh, this was a lesson. This taught me something. And I think that's true, yes. Those things teach you lessons, but everything is teaching you something.
Yeah.
So
everything happens for a reason. I live by that.
Yeah. I don't think anything's a coincidence.
No, nothing's a coincidence.
Which actually is kind of scary to me because
I know. And it's like, I always wonder, like, if I get hurt by someone or something happens and I'm like, oh, why did this happen? And it's like, everything happens for a reason. Nothing's a coincidence. So I just have to trust. And I might not know why this happened for years down the road. But that uncertainty is so scary.
Exactly. And I think that's why a lot of people ask themselves, like, the question, who am I? And they search for that with meaning, whether it be, like, religion or science or astrological meanings or, like, the universe.
Yeah.
They search for that kind of meaning because they need that question answered.
And I think at the point that we are right now, like, living on our own, anywhere from, like, 18 to
25 to older.
Yeah, you know, just throughout your 20s, like, I think that's the prime time to really figure out who you are and ask those scary questions.
It's scary because you hit college, and especially in Provo, I feel like you're like, who am I? All these people, they have their crap together, which also is another thing. You just, like, judge based on what you think people have their crap together.
Well, because people probably look at us and be like, wow, like, okay, I don't know if we come off that way, but they're like, wow, like, they're on top of it. Like, they know what they're doing. Yeah,
they have like this, they have that. But, like, whoa, I don't have my crap together.
No,
not at all.
No, nobody does. It's just what we choose to show other people.
So how would you say Provo has impacted who you've become?
Who I am? I think it's interesting because when I moved to Provo, I developed more of a way of, like, free thinking rather than, I know a lot of people are like the inverse where they have a more narrow way of thinking, but I think I'm just open-minded to a lot more things and open-minded to the idea that this is, like, scary, but, like, not who I thought I was.
Like, you had a more barriers break down.
Yes. And, like, I'm open to more experiences and ideas.
I think I was the same way.
Yeah.
When I got to Provo, it was like I experienced a different type of culture shock. Not like a culture shock that it was different, but a culture shock of, like, I'm okay with not experiencing what I wanted.
Yeah. Like,
so, like,
you adapted to
anything.
Yeah. And it's like maybe what you thought you were going to be doing, like, you're not anymore.
Which is also scary. Like,
oh, it's terrifying.
Look at where my life 2 years ago and like what you think you're supposed to be living. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, like, oh, Cara, you're starting a podcast and you're not married, you went on a mission and you came home early and you don't have a boyfriend, you're not engaged, like, I would be like, what happened to her life? Her life sucks. Like, all the things I thought I was going to be doing at 20 years old involved me being married, getting like kids or going on a mission. Like,
it was more like your life plan.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
And that is how many people in Utah do. Like,
their
parents or themselves have this written plan. Like, you could literally draw a whiteboard and just write out like their plans from kids. Like, even guys, which I think is the worst pressure. I'm going to grow up like and go on a mission.
Yeah.
And after I get home from a mission, I have to find a wife.
Yeah.
And that, like,
there's like this strict timeline.
It's the hardest pressure to put on someone because just figure out your life. Like,
there's no rush. Like, I have never had that pressure from my parents, I guess, to have that timeline.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like maybe my life plans, I know I was going to go to BYU. You know, like, I've known that since I was little. And so it's like my life plans haven't changed, but it's more of like my personality.
But imagine if you never got into BYU. Like,
yeah. Then it's path gone. Like, totally different.
Like, that
it's like crazy
to think. Insane change.
Well, and then I look at myself and I'm like, okay, well, when I thought I was going to go, like, when I was young, and I had the plans to go to BYU, I thought I was going to be the same person I was, like, in my early high school stages. Like, very good, but kind of closed-minded, you know? And so
you imagine a life for you that's, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you're on this, like, not necessarily like the straight and narrow. I wouldn't say like one way is right and one way is wrong, but everyone's choice is different. And everyone's mindset is different. Like, just because you choose the major of art doesn't make it better than someone's major to choose finance.
Yeah.
But like, everyone has a different mindset and your perspective changes when you get older. And that's why I think like finding who you are is so hard.
But it's so important. And it's, like, terrifying, and it's scary, and it's, like, each time I think I know I've reached a point where I'm, like, I know who I am, and I'm confident in that, it changes.
So do you think you know who you are?
I think...
She's like, no.
This is what I think. In this very moment, I know who I am, but there's always things that are changing my circumstances and my personality, and I'm having growth in different areas. And so then I have to almost adapt and relearn who I am again. And I feel like that's an ongoing process that
love that.
It like doesn't plateau. Like, you have to always keep learning about yourself because things are always changing.
That was perfect. Literally, it's true though. Because think about it. People are like, oh, I know who I am. I'm so strong. But then when something bad happens to them, they instantly go into depression because they've never had anything bad happen to them. You can be strong and mighty, but strong and mighty people are when bad things are happening to them. Like, you have to know who you are
in all of those circumstances.
Hell is raining down on you. Like, people are dying and like you're failing in school, you're poor. Like, you have to be strong and know who you are and be able to be like, this is who I am. I don't care who I am or what you care.
You don't care what people think. Like, I know who I am and I'm confident in that.
Especially like with the podcast, like, I don't care if we're failing. If it's what we want to do and we know we're going to succeed at one point, like, we have to be confident in it.
If it's something that we enjoy doing and you're passionate about, like, I think that's where priorities come into, like, the picture. Because I've, like, looked at my future a lot recently and I'm like, okay, what are my priorities?
Oh, it's so scary.
Like, are my priorities being... Like, are my priorities security? Like, being secure financially, but maybe sacrificing some of, like, like passion, or would I rather be less financially secure but more passionate about what I'm doing?
Which a lot of people have to think about, because you don't want to be doing something for the rest of your life that you're not happy about.
Yeah.
But a lot of people worry about providing for their family.
Yeah, they also prioritize financial security. And I feel like either way, like, there's not a wrong answer. It's just where your values fall and what's going to be the best for your well-being.
And you think about that, like, long term, even when you see, like, your parents, like, my mom, she worked until she had me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, was she happy the whole time she was working? I have no idea. But she did that because she needed to. Yeah. But until she was at a point where she couldn't, she stopped. Yeah. Like, I want to be able to work and do what I love until I don't need to, or do it for my whole life. Like, you have the choice to do what you want to do. Yeah. Do it.
And I think it's crazy because this has been something that I've been learning lately, like, for myself, is I am at a point in my life, we both are, where you just have to be selfish almost. And, like, yes, of course, listen to other people's opinions and whatnot.
Literally don't.
But it's also like, at the end of the day, do what you want. Like, yes, like, take your parents' opinions into consideration. But if they want you to major in engineering and you want to major in psychology, like, do what
my major.
Yeah, I'm like, do what's gonna make you happy. Like, you don't, like, this is your life now. You can't let your people pleasing.
It's the same thing with, like, who you are. Like, if you have a really strict family, I get it. Like, it's hard to not want to please people and be a people pleaser.
Like, programmed to think a certain way.
But at the end of the day, you have to do whatever makes you happy. And that's why when people are like, oh, if you're in a nasty relationship, like, get out of it. Do what's best for you. Yeah. You come first. Eliminate the toxic people from your life. Yeah. Eliminate the bad things that aren't good for you. Do what's best for your career. Do what's best for your mental health, and do what's best for you. Because honestly, in the end of it, it's going to be worth it, and everything will come out happy for you.
Yeah, and if you're happy, the people around you will be happy as well. And if they're not, then they're not supposed for you to be in your life.
I would always support you. If you chose to go move to Korea, I'd be like, Lily, go move to Korea because that's what's for you.
Yes, and it's like,
but don't move to Korea.
Don't worry, I'm not moving to Korea. No, it's like, when I look at the relationships and friendships and whatever in my life, it might be hard for me to accept some of the things they're doing. Exactly. But if they are happy, that is all that matters at the end of the day for me. And if they're happy, their happiness comes before my selfish needs.
That makes sense. That's what I don't get about, like, the world in general, is how people can just, like, sit and fight about things. I don't care what it is. I don't care about your political views. I don't care about anything. I don't care. You can fight with me. I don't care. I don't care if you have statistics proven. Yeah, don't care. Just love. Literally love.
And it's like,
don't care.
Hear each other out with those type of things too. Find a middle ground, or just agree to disagree. Like, it's not worth the anger. Man, we're getting off on tangents, but we
literally are going on tangents.
No, but I just think, like, it's important. The end of the day, if you are secure with who you are going to be happy with people being secure in who they are, even if it's different than what you do.
Damn straight. Yeah. And it will show. People can see that light in you when you are who you are. It stands up tall, and people want to surround themselves with you. They don't want to surround themselves with a glum little, like, nobody wants to be with that kind of person.
Absolutely not. If you are happy doing you, other people will be attracted to that energy.
And exactly what if you're struggling right now to find someone, be the person you want.
Yes. If some needs aren't being met in friendships, like, or relationships, be that person for yourself.
If you want a loyal person, be loyal. If you want a funny person, be funny.
Like, if you need more, like, do those things. Like, words of affirmation from people, give the words of affirmation to yourself.
That's
like,
facts.
Literally, like, my love language is quality time. And so I've learned over the years, I need to give myself the quality time that I want.
I've never thought about it like
interesting? That. I always tell people, actually I don't tell people this is new, so you guys are hearing it for the first time. Figure out what your love language is, and it's a part of getting to know who you are. take the freaking test, figure out what your love language is, and give yourself that. And I promise you, you will be like,
and that's
happy.
a part of getting to know who you are.
Yes.
And that is everything that is needed in those first few stages of life. And if you don't do it, you're going to crumble. Yep. Because
you're going to be leeching off of other people's personalities and trying to create your own. But
I definitely did that in the first couple of years of college, and it's draining.
I did too. My first semester of college.
It struggles.
It's exhausting.
I think we drowned.
Yeah.
Dang, we got deep today.
Oh my god. Like, we could keep going.
Lily and I love this kind of stuff. Let us know if you liked it.
Yeah, we're just testing it out. We really, really like these type of conversations. So
it was a little more vulnerable on our side.
Yeah. And I feel like we did get off on a little bit of tangent, but I hope we kept you guys entertained.
Hope we had a little bit of fun. It's a little different than what we're used to, but
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
How do you feel?
Great.
Me too.
Like myself.
Like my most true authentic self. We were. So.
Lily, I don't care.
Okay,
we'll see you next week,
we love you guys. Mwah.